and good morning. What do you think about my woolly hat? It's hunting season, and hold on. That's why I wear this orange hat. Um, so, yeah, I'll wait a little bit until more people. Hi there, Andrew. Hi there. Now, let's see here. I'll just wait a little bit until more people have joined the live stream. Can you hear me, Andrew? Hi there, Ian. Yeah. Hi there. Good morning, or well, it's morning here, and look at this. Frost. It's frost. It's midnight here, and hi there from Germany. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, winter is here. If we get rain now, it won't be rain, it will be snow. Oklahoma, okay. It's about, I think, 7:30 here in Norway. Yeah, so Australia, all the way from Australia, Adam. Hi there. I'm going to ask you all for a favor. I need what's called here on YouTube some admins, which it's really a moderator. When you're an admin on a channel, you can delete comments, and we haven't had a problem. We haven't had a problem at all here on this channel, but the channel is growing, and now I have a new novel, out here in Norway, and I really don't want people to come to this channel here and point out things in my novels, their opinions, criticism, and so on, because this is my time off from work. It's totally fine to talk about, you know, in general about my novels, totally fine. But sometimes you will have people who think that they know better, and you will have people pointing at details in my novels where they think either they have a question or they think they have found some kind of error, that I made a mistake. And what they don't realize is that such comments can lead to me spending 1 or 2 weeks just fact-checking and reading hundreds of pages, because it's not as simple as just looking at those pages. Everything grips into everything else. So, and I can't remember all my novels. I can't remember everything, every detail. We're talking thousands of pages. So the admin's job would be to delete comments of that nature. As I said, it's totally fine if you have, like, if you just want to tell me that you bought my novel, that's totally fine. if you want to say that I'm reading your novels, totally fine, of course. And if you, of course, if you have some positive feedback, you know, if you have some positive feedback, then like I like your novels, that's of course totally fine. But if one example would be a comment like, in that chapter where this person does this or that, is that really historically accurate? Such a comment I don't want to see. Another example would be, I think you made a mistake at page this and that. I don't want to see that. There we have as well, when you're a professional novelist, you have systems in place to deal with that, you know, and you have time slots in a way where you work with your novels that have already been published, so that you can make some corrections before the next print, but you can't have that going on all the time. You need, that's something you do when you work with your publisher, and you for instance, you get a couple of weeks, and then you do go through your notes and so on, and then you get your changes into the book before the next print. You can't have that going on all the time. So just to get that out of the way, let me know if any of you would like to be a moderator. I can make a moderator right here. Okay. Now, oh, that's my thumb. Hold on. I have, it's cold. Now let's see here. Bunyip, sorry if I mispronounced it. You're now moderator, and you will see that you can delete comments. And Grimut is also a moderator. Good morning, Thor. Andrew, you're also moderator whenever you are available. Of course, I don't expect people to sit and wait for these live streams. Of course not. But when you have time, Nick says, I volunteered to be deleted. Yeah, if you, I guess you can, one of the moderators can try to delete that comment and see if it works. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. Testing, that comment can be deleted. Thank you, Lance. Thank you. So, yeah, Andrew deleted that comment by Nick. So that seems to work. Yes, it worked. Yes, this is David. Yes, Carl Fredrik. That's awesome. I'm making you a moderator as well. So, since you are Swedish, I guess it's up to you to delete comments in Norwegian and Danish and Swedish. So what I will do, I'll try to. Will we be able to see translations of posts that aren't in English? No. So, but as I said just now, we have a Swedish moderator as well. So, yes, that answers that question. Okay, so we have, I think, 4 moderators now. Yeah. there's a fox. There is a fox here. I'm looking at the fox at the far end of the field. I wish I had some great zoom on this camera. I haven't, but there's a fox was running across the field. Yeah. Okay, so what I will do, or the way this will work, is that I will walk around as normal, and I will walk around as normal, and I will not be looking at the screen all the time, because I have to keep an eye on the ground, of course. But that's a good thing, because that means there will be a delay, and that gives the moderators time, or I should say admins. It's called admins for some reason here on YouTube. That gives the admins time to delete those comments. So oh, Mark says, loving the new hat, Björn, but I fear that maybe you've defected to follow the Dutch football team. Do they have like this color, the Dutch football team? I didn't know. You know, it's because of the hunting. So my hope is that they will see this hat and put two and two together, these hunters, and understand that I'm not a moose. As I've said several times on my main channel. Oh, William of Orange. And then some guy, he popped up from a ditch and he said, I almost shot you a few years ago. That was on this field, actually. So, yeah. Okay, sorry about the wobbling. I'm putting my gloves on again. Yeah, so I am actually trying out the new system here with this very lightweight down jacket underneath my shell jacket. I don't think it works very well, but then I have only a t-shirt underneath. Maybe that's wrong. I have to go back to the store and change this jacket, the down jacket, into a larger size, because it was a bit tight, so I can't have any clothes underneath. And now I'm kind of cold, actually, so it's not. I'm not a big fan. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm trying to lighten my load, so that's why, you know, carrying layers upon layers of wool is. I'm trying to get away from that a little bit, but I would have been warmer in my thick woolen sweater today. So if you have any experience with you know, this new high-tech lightweight system, let me know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Yeah. Okay. Walking towards the fox. The first animal I tracked was a fox, I think, back in when I was like 13 years old. I like foxes. So Rocky Mountain boy growing up, always. Now let's see. Greenmute, I'm in OK count. Is that Oklahoma? Two of us from OK as mods. Festival in Hivner next weekend. That's nice. As a Rocky Mountain boy growing up, always get your jacket a size bigger. Yes, but it was a discount, and this was the largest size that they had. But it's, I need to have like a shirt underneath, something, because it's a bit chilly, and it, you know, it's a bit chilly. It's about 3 degrees below zero, that's Celsius. So it is quite chilly, but this is perfect. This is my favorite weather, actually. My favorite weather, because it's... Is the fox just standing there? No, that was not the fox. That was just a twig. This is my favorite weather, because now there are no mosquitoes, and my hope is that deer flies, you know, are dead. A little bit brutal that from me, but now let's see here. Yeah, my books in English. Well, the thing about that is that when people ask, I answer, it's going to happen. And I guarantee it's going to happen. It's, but it's like I can't tell you before I have signed, like put my signature on a piece of paper. That's when I can tell you, and I will. So, and before that I can't say anything really. So, yeah. But okay, this is my favorite weather. No deer flies. Oh, thank you, Falas Snowden. Thank you. But I have actually encountered deer flies and ticks in December. But this is quite early for the weather to be this chilly. So my hope is that they are now gone. And also, yeah, my dog had a tick in December. I can't believe that. It's insane. I'll try to lengthen this a little bit. Let me know if you still can hear me. How big are printed works in terms of sales compared to e-books? Much more. Like e-books it's like almost nothing compared to the income from printed books. Thank you. Audio is fine. Okay. So I could publish the first volume. Isn't that what it's called? The first novel in a series of novels. Falas could be in a sealed room and still get the tick. Yeah. Well, let's see. No, the printed the income from printed is much higher. Lyme disease, yes, we do have Lyme disease here. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease on one occasion. But then I went back to the doctor, and they couldn't find any. So I don't know. They said I had it, but then I went back for another checkup. I think it was like a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later, and there were no trace of Lyme disease then. So I don't know. I have 2 kids, so I'm generally tired. Anyway, I understand that's different from Lyme disease though. Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year because it's you don't have those insects. Yeah, it's a terrible illness, I know. No insects. There are still ticks, I think, but that's why I wear these rubber boots. Let's see. There's a creek here. That was the creek. And I am planning to go wild camping. Now let's see here. Sorry. Andrew says I had a dog pass from Lyme. My dad has Lyme. He got bad tinnitus from it, going undiagnosed. I'm sorry to hear that. What does dog pass mean? That you got away from it? Sorry, there are moose tracks here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, I understand now. Pass away, of course, yes, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Excuse my my English, it's could have been better, I guess. Okay, so I'm walking up to the no, I should have known. Yeah, I know that. I know what it means. I was thinking about to get the free pass or something like that. That expression, I guess. So I'm sorry. Okay, we are. This is the little forest that was left out from the big forest that they cut down. Now I should be able to well, thank you. Moose in sunset, yes. It's almost an expression. We have lovely morning light here now. Morning light. Yes, moose in sunset. Moose in sunset, that means, well, it's actually a painting that it means it's it's a cliche, right? Moose in sunset is, oops, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Moose in sunset. It's a painting that was very common back in the old days, and everyone would have that painting. It's a moose standing, and there's a sunset, and it was, I guess, a cheap print of some sorts, and that was the moose in sunset, and it means that it's you refer to that when you're talking about cliché or bad, like cheap art. Yeah, well, hi there, Johan. I am well, thank you. Thank you. And the same to you. Now, as I was saying, if there are anyone who would like to be moderator on this second channel here, let me know and I can make you moderator. And your job would be, whenever you have time, whenever you are on this live stream or any of the other videos on this channel, to delete comments that are, well, of course, like if there are spam, rude words and stuff like that, but I don't think we've had any. But mainly questions. Okay. Falas Norden is also moderator now. Ian. Okay. Well, thank you, Mark. Yeah, so the comments that some of you have heard this already because I said so earlier in this live stream, but your job will be, whenever you have time, whenever you're on this live stream. Now let's see. Well, thank you, Johan. Now let's see here. Okay. Now I'll talk a little bit now so that yeah. So okay. Your job will be Mark. Let's see. Okay. Your job as moderators or admins, as it's called here on YouTube, will be to delete comments that are either questions or criticisms about my books or details in my books. The reason for that is that there is a system in place for any novelist, really, where you have time slots, and you can work on doing some corrections before the next print. But I can't do that all the time, and I can't have the stress of getting a comment like, I have a question about your book, there's this scene and you say it's like that, but I think that's wrong, and so on. Things like that. I can't have that on these live streams because this is my time off. So those comments need to be deleted. So comments that are either criticism or questions about details in my novels need to be deleted. Of course, it's totally fine to give general feedback like, I just bought your book, I'm reading your novels, or of course, I like your novels. That's totally fine, so don't delete those. But if there are like either a question about, details, like in that chapter there you say you write so and so, and but I wonder if it's like that, or or downright criticism, because I don't really need that on, and no spoilers, of course. Yes. I should have mentioned that, because you will, no, it hasn't been a big problem, but I don't want it to happen. And the part about spoilers is actually, I should have mentioned that. Of course, that's very important, because you will have actually people who will just say this is how the book ends. And they will write that. And that's the worst, actually. That's the worst. So if you see something like that, please delete delete that comment. And I will normally, on these live streams, I will normally be walking around, and so I won't be seeing the screen all the time because I'm looking down at the ground. So I will be updating here on the comments quite a lot. Okay. Yes, Mark, that's correct. Book appreciation is okay, but no discussion or questioning the content. Yes, exactly. English version, yes, I know. As I said, you know, it's going to happen. But the reason why it hasn't happened, well, one of the reasons is that I want the right publisher, you know. Bushcraft questions are all good, of course, but it needs to be the right publisher. So I will probably be able to bring you some good news about a major world language very soon. Not English yet, but it's big. It's big. So I can't say anything more because it's like that. You can't talk about it before you signed the contract, the agreement with the publisher. But yeah, I now realized that I should have brought something to make fire up here, because we are sorry. We are in this area, so we could have had a campfire. Things will explode for you when the books are available in English. Yeah, well, yeah, I think so. Question there, chaga, is it normally very dry on the outside? Yes, I would say so. It's very hard. It's very solid. It's you know what? We can walk over here, and I will show you how it looks. I will show you how chaga looks, because we have some chaga right over here. The only thing, well, the most important thing about chaga is that I think we should harvest not much, you know, and never take. That was a spider web. Never take everything, all the chaga off the tree, just a piece of it, so that it can grow back. I have kind of a mental map of the pieces of chaga around here, and there is one that I have been keeping an eye on over here for a few years, and I'll show you. It will depend on the climate, I guess, but you know, this part here, this part has taken, I guess, 7 years, around 7 years, and it looks like charcoal. It's very hard, very solid. And, this is what it looks like. Yeah, well, we need spiders. That's true. They eat the bugs, the flies, and you know, it's true. But let's walk out on the field again. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful morning. Yes. And Falas Norden says here in Canada there is a lot of birch. Let's see. What's this? Perry says that's confirmed it for me, Björn. Wanted to get a prize for my dad, but no saw, and it just laughed at my knife. Oh, it was because it was very hard. No chaga in Australia. Johan is going to hit the gym. Yeah, I have to as well. Howdy, says Phil. Hi there. Okay, I am walking out on the field again. I like walking on this field, especially now with the frost and everything. My dog is still doing better. She's been steadily improving, and I think what she got was that disease we have had. Well, I think we still have it in Norway, where they get diarrhea and die. But I think that was what she got, and they didn't manage to diagnose. Yes, I'm home from vacation, so I actually force-fed her. Like, not force-fed, but I hand-fed her. So she's putting on weight again, and she has no more. She was walking in a bit of wobbly way, and that's gone. So she's steadily improving. Yeah, as I said before, she's very old, but she is improving, and we just continue to make sure that she gets enough to eat, you know. And no, none of those viruses, they couldn't figure it out. It's sort of a mystery here in Norway. What happened? We don't know. So she's improving, and that means that I can go probably for an overnighter again. And it has been the main reason why I haven't been out for overnighters. Of course, I have sorry. Yeah, I have my book tour in Germany coming up. Almost a week I'll be away. Not looking forward to that. But you know, it has to be done. It starts on Friday not next week. The week after the coming week. So almost 2 weeks from now on. Yeah. If you look here, no, hold on. Last of the rowan berries. When I was a kid, we used to pick those berries, and we took we took a clothes hanger, and there used to be like a plastic tube in those clothes, a straight plastic tube. So you kind of, you broke the clothes hanger, and you could use them as a blowgun. And we did with those berries. Those berries are perfect. Kids today, they don't do that. So yeah. So I will be talking with you know, my friend Mats and my friend Arthur, and we will go, or I might go alone actually, but I actually now these days I prefer having some company, because you know, it's good to have the company of other men. Sometimes, you know, as a family father, I kind of miss that sometimes. So yeah, so that's coming up. On my main channel, you know, it's going to be basically probably a video on my main channel, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Those videos tend to do not well, but maybe if I can, you know, concentrate on the filming and editing, and you know, make a piece of art. No, I don't expect to do that, but if I can improve the quality of the video, maybe. So yeah, so that's coming up, and hopefully this weather will stay. It probably won't, but I'm hoping for some cold weather, not extremely cold, but cold weather, and below zero, and some snow. That would be nice. Some years we haven't had any snow, and then it's like you have autumn until March, and it's very dark. Now let's see. Sorry. Wolf Mauler says, I'm indoors making art right now. Making a rune set out of pine nuts I collected. That's awesome. And Pinecone says, hi from Sweden. Same here in Sweden. Says, yeah, I'm sorry, I lost that one. Okay, I'll keep walking. When you don't have snow, what are the temperature then? Well, it depends, but normally it's around zero, so it's around freezing. Oh, I meant to ask in another video, are there always 12 stones in a stone circle? Well, most have 13 actually, and they say it's because there are 13 moons in a year, and that was their year back in those days. But I've seen stone circles with other numbers of stones as well. But I have a theory about those circles. I think they were used as calendars, because if you have two stones and you stand by one of them and you aim towards one particular stone in the circle, you will get a straight line, and that maybe was where the sun would rise, or yeah, the sun would rise at winter solstice, summer solstice, you know, and they would need to be able, they would need some means of deciding when are we at the darkest day of the year, when is the lightest day of the year, and in between there, you know, it's because they had to time plan their harvest and everything really. So I don't know. Maybe it was like that. It's just a theory of mine. The stones were hold on. The stones were people who were petrified for skipping church, merrymaking on Sunday. Yeah, maybe so. I've had people, you know, sometimes you will have people, you know, the main channel, it reaches lots of people. So sometimes you will have people who write insane things about those stones there. That they were used for satanic rituals, and there are giants buried down there, and there are ghosts, and there are all matter of nasty stuff going on, and it's I don't know what to say. It's yeah. You know that stone circle field? That stone circle field. It's a very special place to me. It's so the tranquility there is something special. And to me, it's not a scary place. I've heard some people, actually locals, they say that, well, there are a bad energy there, and ghosts, and it's scary. To me, it's just a very calm and peaceful place, actually. So I like it there. It's a beautiful place, yes, Michael. Yes, yes, yes. My hat, it's hunting season. So, yeah, I've been to Britain and to Stonehenge as well, and some other stone circles. It's very special. It's and awesome. Yeah, hunting season. So my hope is that this jacket will make the hunters notice that I'm not a moose. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so this is my day off actually. I'm having a few projects. There is some promotion stuff that will happen here in Norway on Tuesday, and I will be on TV, that's Norwegian TV, on Wednesday. So I need to prepare some. I need to make a couple of you know, mock Viking shields, like they will be used for sparring. So I won't be. It will just be like a wooden plate and a wooden board, and because they will be smashed up anyway. I need to collect some grass and dry that grass for that TV thing, because they will probably ask me to light to use flint and steel. So there are a few projects today, but apart from that, I have the day off. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So, getting a new puppy? No. A Norwegian Ray Mears. Well, that's very kind of you to say. I have my knowledge and experience when it comes to bushcraft compared to Ray Mears is I don't know. He's like the big guru, the master, and I would love to be his student. I would say if he like decided to, you know, teach people Again, I would love to be his student. Now, if I turn around, I'm in a microclimate that these trees create. So there are no frost here. Out on the field, there are frost. So, okay, yes, almost an hour. We chatted for almost an hour. I want to thank you for joining this live stream. And to those of you who are now moderators, or as YouTube calls it, admins on this channel, thank you. So whenever you have time, it's not like an obligation, but whenever you have time and you see those comments of that kind that I mentioned, then please do not hesitate to delete. And again, thank you. It makes it easier to do these live streams. Yeah, thank you, Mark, for joining us. Thank you. Yeah, it makes it easy to do these live streams. I will be doing 1 or 2 live streams a day when I'm in Germany. And before that, one day, I'll be one day in the Netherlands, and then on traveling to Germany. And it will be a kind of a comfort for me because I will be in the big cities there, you know. So it's going to be. Well, thank you, Carl Fredrik. Thank you, and have a wonderful day to you as well. Well, thank you, Shadow Witch. Well, thank you. Glad to hear that. And take care, Wolf Mauler and Nick and everyone. I'm signing off now. Okay, yes, by the way, if you can, my new video on the main channel, YouTube has decided to not promote that video, it seems. So if you want to, take a look if you haven't seen it yet, and share it on social media if you can. It will help me. It will help a lot if you could do that. Okay. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.